Samsung just launched the S20 FE 5G in India that comes with a faster and a more battery-efficient Snapdragon 865 processor when compared to the Exynos 990 that came out last year. Now, fans like you have always wanted the Snapdragon 865, and finally it's here in India, although after 6 months. Although the current price is 56,000 rupees, but you can get a cashback of 8,000 as a part of introductory offer, making it available for just 48,000 rupees. And the link to buy will be in the description below if in case you do want to buy it. This time around they've launched it in 3 colors only, and I've got the Cloud Mint over here, absolutely amazing color. I talked about it last year when I reviewed it, I loved it then, I love it now. The pastel color, the matte finish, the smooth texture, I think it feels really good. Not flagship because this is still plastic with metallic rims, but more like premium plastic. Of course, it won't attract as much fingerprints, dust and scratches, so it's going to maintain itself much longer than devices with glass backs. Now if you compare it to the A series phones that just launched, the key difference in design is the wrapping around the cameras. In S20 FE, you get a glass housing which looks more premium. In the A series, it was all plastic and although not as premium looking, definitely a safer housing. Of course, like last time, this is water and dust resistant. It supports wireless charging as well as wireless reverse charging. The device does support 25 watt fast charging, but it comes with a 15 watt charger in the box. Now the device does come with a pre-applied screen protector, but there are no earphones and no protective casing in the box. You get a hybrid SIM slot, so either 2 SIM cards together or 1 SIM card and 1 microSD card together, so you can expand storage by 1 terabyte. No headphone jack, but you do get stereo speakers, so you get more filling sound experience. Now, except for the materials, I think everything about the build and the design of the S20 FE 5G is flagship. But let's talk about performance. I mean, what else is the Snapdragon 865 about, right? Now, the Snapdragon 865 was one of last year's best processor and it still is a very high-performing CPU, plus it provides for 5G capabilities. Games load super fast, they play amazingly smooth without any hiccups, and thanks to the display, the stereo speakers and Dolby Atmos, you get an amazing overall gameplay experience. You get a 6.5-inch large Super AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and with 240Hz touch response rate. So if you play games that are 120Hz compatible, you will get that refresh rate and super smooth gaming experience. And you can see it right here that I'm getting all the way up to between 110 to 120 Hz refresh rate while playing Dead Trigger 2. Now you get UFS 3.1, which is the fastest internal storage in smartphones as of now, which ensures that you launch apps faster, your phone boots really quick, and you can move data at much faster speeds than ever before. And while it's running Android 11 with One UI 3.0 right out of the box, I'm very hopeful that Samsung would release the One UI 3.1 version soon. Nevertheless, you still get all the premium One UI features like wireless text, link to Windows, Samsung Pay, secure folder, NUC security, you get Bixby routines, you get the built-in screen recorder, enhanced processing, and Dolby Atmos. You obviously get good lock capability as well, and access for all the modules that are in it. And lastly, let's talk about camera. So the setup is exactly the same as we saw with the 4G variant last year. The specs, the modes, the video capabilities all in front of you. And let me just quickly show you some samples. Now, by the way, I will make all these samples available for you to download so you can look at the quality for yourself. The photos on the left are from the primary 12 megapixel camera and on the right from the ultra wide lens, which is also 12 megapixel. I think the cameras have done a fabulous job, the pictures are really good, and it'll be interesting to compare them to the OnePlus 9 camera setup if and when I get that device. So make sure you're subscribed and I'll put that video out pretty soon. Now, this is the 3x optical zoom on the right, so you get ultra wide on the left, primary in the center, and then 3x optical zoom, which is lossless and amazing quality. So again, you can download all of these and you can just evaluate for yourself and see if you really like the cameras. And here are some pictures using the live focus mode, which by the way is now called portrait mode in One UI 3.1. So if and when the Galaxy S20 FE 5G receives the One UI 3.1 update, live focus and live focus video will turn into portrait and portrait video. I don't know when it's going to come out, but I'll update you in the comment section as soon as I get the update myself. And here are some quick samples in low light mode. It was absolutely pitch dark. There was just some light in the park. Good enough to reproduce a low light environment. And as you can see, the difference between normal and night mode is not too much actually. The night mode just enhances the brightness a bit, and it does introduce this purplish tinge in the sky, as you can see. Frankly, I wouldn't really care. I think the primary mode is good enough. The primary lens is really bright enough to give you great photos. So I don't need the night mode, but hey, it's there if you need it. And that's the selfie camera. I think it looks pretty good. In terms of camera modes that are available, again guys, I've covered all of this in my 4G S20 FE review, but again, just quickly showing it to you, you do get all of these modes. You do get the Pro Video mode, which is the full version of Pro Video, the one that you get in the flagship devices. So you can select which audio source you want for your audio or sound recording, and you get all these parameters to play with. And in terms of video recording, you get all the options all the way up to 4K at 60 FPS. So super smooth UHD video recording is available. Now, in case you want to know more about, in case you want to see more camera samples, I'm going to link 2 videos in the top right corner. Definitely check those out if you want to know more about the camera hardware and all the camera samples in different modes. Now, in case you're wondering, alright, so everything's great about the device, it's got almost flagship-like experience, so how does it cost so low? Well, Samsung had to cut a few corners, and I think they made very wise decisions. They were able to cut a couple of things that were not as used, but they did bring down the price. For example, they used plastic and not metal, which obviously brings the cost down. They have an in-display optical fingerprint sensor and not an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. It's a Super AMOLED display, not a dynamic AMOLED, which you get in flagship phones. So when you watch Netflix content, you cannot watch in HDR. And also, you don't get the same camera optics that you do get with the actual flagship phones. But then, these aren't things that make up for majority of your experience, and so you do end up getting flagship level performance and a lot of flagship features that you do use more of. And hence, the price cut is significant compared to just a few features that you have to let go of. And in my opinion, it just increases the value for money when you buy these phones. So I really recommend these for that very reason. And so yeah, if you're really just looking to get a really good looking phone, with high performance with the Snapdragon 865, which is 5G ready. You get IP68 water and dust resistance. You get a really smooth 120Hz refresh rate display. And you get pretty decent camera setup as well. I think the Galaxy S20 FE 5G is a very good bet at the moment, especially in this price band. So if you're looking for a Samsung phone especially, this is it. I mean, this is the phone to get. Alright, thanks for watching guys. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification icon. I'll see you guys in the next one.